Hey everybody, it's Tracy again. So I'm sharing with you my second Dollar Store Christmas Junk Journal Challenge book. I think we're only allowed to do one book. I'm not really sure. But I had bought so much stuff for my first one that I had enough to do at least one, maybe two more. And it was kind of fun to do, so I thought, why not? What the heck? I am still using my phone because I can't find the cable for my camera, so hopefully I can get everything into frame. And I'm going to go ahead and share it with you. This is my third junk journal ever, so I'm slowly getting better. So my cover is a scarf that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I just Mod Podged it onto a book that I picked up there. I didn't actually use any of the pages from the book. I just used the cover of it. So there's the book, and just Mod Podged that on there. And I might add some bells to my binding here. I did it a little differently because like I said, this is my third junk journal and I'm still learning how to do it. But this is just some baker's twine. I used it in my other one, and it was 4 cards for $1 at Craft Warehouse. And I just tied it together with some of this mesh ribbon here, some red and some green. So we'll go ahead and open that up. Maybe. All right. And so we're going to open it up here. And this idea I came up with last night, literally as I'm laying in bed trying to figure out how I want to close it. So I just tucked it back here. The inside cover are boxes that I picked up at the dollar store. So I just lined that with there. And originally I did a belly band here, but it was part of the box, one of the other boxes, and right here, it's hard to tell, but that's where it folds, and it was coming undone, and so I had to kind of stick it down. There's a little tuck spot here. It's just envelopes from the cards that I used and some of the tissue paper, and I put tissue paper on the outside there. I think there's a little tiny tuck spot there as well. You can see my binding. I'm still learning. So there's 3 signatures. 2 of them have 8 pages, I believe, and 1 has 9. Excuse me. So this is just an envelope here that I cut the flap off of it. I put some tissue paper on there, and then this little penguin cutie is from one of the cards. And there's a little bit more tissue paper there. And then this is from little baking cups. I'll put that on there, and it made it into a little tuck spot. There's some more tissue paper. This here is from treat bags from Walmart. And this is just one of the cards. I put some tissue paper there, and it has a little saying there on it. And that just tucks back into the envelope. And then I coffee dyed some paper. That was my first time coffee dyeing, and I didn't get them dried on time for my first junk journal. So I'm using it on this one. It says Winter Wishes with some tags that I got at the Dollar Tree. There was like a huge pack of them. 25 of them in there. So that's what that's off of. And then I just did a little doily pocket here. And then this is just part of the box again. And I got the little Christmas tree idea from another person that's in the challenge. Old School, cutting out Christmas trees. That was fun. It's kind of funky looking, but I like it. It's a tissue paper, and I just made it into a little notepad there. And Staples was one of our freebie tools, so I stapled that in there. Although it keeps kind of falling out a little bit. I tried to stick it down, but it doesn't work very well. So then you open it up here, and there's a doily, and it almost looks like dirt, but it is just coffee dyed. And then this here is from one of the boxes that I fussy cut on there because I thought that was really super cute. This page here, this is the cupcakes, the little mini cupcakes that I told you about earlier, holders. So I just did that there, and then up here at the top. And another doily. That one's not a tuck spot. And then this is one of the tags, the 25-piece tags, and I cut the tag part off of it and stole the idea from my friend Irma, my twin Irma, and just put that there with a little bell. Sorry, I just bumped my camera or phone, whatever. And then this is a treat bag from Walmart, and I just folded it up and made it a double pocket, and I stapled a piece of the scarf on there. There's lots of that scarf left over. It's kind of difficult to put on there, and I understand some of the other people had problems with it as well. And there's just the front piece of the card, and that tucks in there. And then there's my center of my first signature. And they have little strings hanging down here because I did it a little differently. So I might, I don't know, I have lots of bells left over. I got like a 50 pack of bells. So I might put some of those on there. And then some tissue paper here, and then more of the scarf. The scarf was kind of a pain to tear. I keep talking about it, but I mean, I like how it turned out, and I still have over half the scarf left. And then another doily here. That doily pack was like 20 of them, and I hardly used any in the first pack. I still have lots left over. Some tissue paper, and then part of one of the cards, the greetings from it. When I coffee dyed the papers, I accidentally tore this one. I don't even know how, but I just kind of like that little effect there. And then you flip it over, and there's tissue paper attached here, because I started to make little pages with the tissue paper, but it tears so easily that it didn't work out so well. So I attached it to here. But over here, I kind of, well, I'll show you. You can see right here, this is actually one of the boxes. I just put that on there to support it so that I could stitch through it, and made that into a half page. And this is another one of the boxes. And then a couple of the tags. And on the bottoms of the tags, I took, I think I might have used 16 items now that I think about it. Those little guys. I forgot I had those. I could have added more. But anyways, those are off of some other little tags from the first junk journal. And then the scarf here, my camera, you can see it's kind of bunched up there. I just took some of the threads and pulled them taut a little bit, and then just stuck it down there. And then this is the front of a card here. I just made a little tuck spot. And what's funny is this is the greeting, and all those little red marks, when I was cutting this down to size, I had some red nail polish on, and my fingernails went across it and made that mark. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I just used my fingernails and made some more marks on there. That's a freebie, right? Backside of the page is one of the treat bags. I just opened it up and kind of just tore it and stuck it down there. And then over here is the other envelope I attached to that front one, and just another little tuck spot with the Christmas card greeting, and then tissue paper attached. I'll put that in later. More of the treat bag and some tissue paper along the edges. And then you flip it over, and here's the other little penguin buddy. And more tissue paper. So that's the end of my first signature. And then I don't know if you can see right here, it's more of the cupcake holder, because there was still adhesive there, and my pages were sticking together. So I did that. Over here is my second signature, and I just made a little tuck spot onto, this is some of the card chipboard packaging. This here as well is some of the chipboard packaging, so I just cut that down and then put some of that little red mesh ribbon on there. And then this tag pull is actually attached, and I put one of the cupcake liners. I guess I could get in screen there. One of the cupcake liners on there, and then some of the ribbons. And then the silver is the little strings that come with the tags. And I added attached a bell there. And then you just flip it over, and it's the whole tag. So I don't know what happened there, but whatever. It gives it a little cuteness to it. So that's one of the tags, and you can kind of see the information for the product. Then I just took some tissue paper and tore it. I liked that it did this little effect on the tops and the bottoms, but on the sides it just tore almost completely straight. But whatever, I like that. This is like one of my favorite tissue papers I found. And then you flip it over here, and this little Santa is actually 2 different treat bags. So there's a little bit of treat bag there just to cover up the sticky from the tissue up there. So it's actually, so there's the Ho 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 up here, which I believe is from this treat bag. I can't really remember. It's from one of them. And I saw this and I thought it was super cute. I think I have one sitting right here. Yeah, so it's this treat bag here. And I didn't know how I wanted to use this one with this one. And then it just kind of like popped in my head. So I fussy cut around his belt buckle there and made it a little tuck spot. And then this is the other treat bag. And he opens up. And I just put some tissue paper there. And then that's the back side there. But I thought it was kind of cute how he just kind of, his little head just kind of pokes out of there like that. This is more of one of the boxes, the gift boxes. There's like 3 in the pack or something. So I fussy cut that out and just stuck that on there. More coffee dyed paper and then tissue. And then the centers of the little cupcake liners, which I used earlier. Over here is the Merry Christmas from the treat bag that I just showed you. And then I cut out the center of the doily and was like, oh, you could put a picture there or something like that. So there's the doily there. This book's a little bit longer than my last one, but I really like how it turned out. And then this is 2 different treat bags as well. The little penguin guy here. And so I made him into a little tuck spot. And then this is off of a treat bag. And just inside of a Christmas card. So there's that. This is the center of my second signature. And then more tissue paper there. And then this is the 3rd box that was in the box set. So I made it into a little tuck spot there. This one I had a hard time cutting up because it has all the, you know, the 24 days, 25 days of Christmas. But I did it. I managed. Over here is just more coffee dyed paper and then some more of the red and green ribbon and then some tissue paper. And then there's the center of that doily. And this is a bigger cupcake liner. You can see it right here. The center of the bigger cupcake liner. And then that I just thought was kind of cool. So this was actually supposed to be lined up with a page in my 3rd signature, but I kept moving them around and it would have made a complete circle. But I still like how it turned out. And then the center of another cupcake liner there. Just more tissue paper and another part of the Christmas treat bag. And then right here, it kind of got flipped over. Oh no, it's supposed to be that way. Silly me. A tag there on the back side of the Christmas, the packaging. And then another little bell. And then over here, I really was like, I was kind of stalled for a minute. This is my 3rd signature, by the way. And was like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I tore this paper and I was like, that kind of looks like a package. So there's some tissue paper there with some of the scarf. I guess I could have put like a little bow on top or something. And this idea I got from one of the other videos I watched. The sun's trying to come out. Sorry for the lighting. And just kind of tore up some tissue paper and stuck that down. And a little tissue paper tuck pocket there. And then this is actually a full card. One I didn't actually cut apart. And then you flip it over here and some more of the red ribbon, mesh ribbon. And then this here is from one of that box earlier that I had a hard time cutting apart. And you can probably make it a little tuck spot there. This, I really don't know what I was doing. I was just like, oh, that looks cool. So there's the cupcake liners there. There's really no tuck spots, but there's a little bit of journaling spots, I suppose. And then over here's another doily. Oh my gosh, sorry, I keep bumping my camera, my phone. Another doily that I cut the top off and then it goes on to another page. And then some of the box, and this is actually where the box folds, and I just made it into a little journal spot. And then over here is another card that I didn't cut up, and I made a little belly band with some of the boxes, and then I just took the cupcake liners and put them on there like that. I thought that turned out super, super cute. And then the card we just tuck back over there like that. There we go. Santa's in his home. And then this was another little doily pocket that I made here. I just folded it and it kind of turned out cute. So a little tuck spot here and tissue paper on the back to cover the to and from. And then another tag here and more tissue paper. Well, actually that is, oops, it's kind of folded there. But that's from one of the cupcake liners, I think. And so then that just tucks in there. Actually, you could probably have 3 tuck spots there. I don't know if I stuck that other part down. Oh, it's open. Okay, and then there's a part of a tag top here with some mesh ribbon, and then more of the scarf. And then over here, there's like 3 tuck spots. This is the center of my 3rd signature and then my last signature. So this is part of one of the boxes. And I just made that into a spot there with a tag and some mesh ribbon. Oops, I didn't cover up the to and from, but that's okay. And then this is one of the treat bags that I cut that Let It Snow off of the other one and made that into the 2nd tuck spot. And some of the mesh ribbon with the greeting card on there and some tissue paper. And then the back, it's behind the treat bag, so there's 3 tuck spots. Is a greeting card and my staples, and then I just made a little notepad and put some of the box on there. So it tucks in there like that. And then over here we have more of the box, and this time I decided, well, what the heck, so I tore it around the edges and made a tuck spot, and this is another part of the box, and then this is the cupcake liner. I just made a little pull on there. And then there's the doily that folds over, and another little journal corner. They don't stay down very well. Too bad I couldn't use magnets. And then this is the front of one of the greeting cards that I fussy cut. And then up here, kind of hard to see, but I took each one of the little characters that's off of the cupcake liner and just tore them. So I got all the characters up here at the top. I thought that was kind of cute. Over here's another treat bag. It's the elf treat bag. I just folded it up, and this is part of the box. I just cut it into a tag and put some of the scarf on there. And then back here's another tuck spot. More of the cardboard packaging with a doily that I just folded over in half with some mesh ribbon. And then that's just like a little notepad there as well. You never know how much writing you're going to need to do. I don't even know if I'm going to gift these or what, but I had so much fun doing them. And then you flip it over here. Not much here. There's just a little piece of the scarf on there. And then up here, I just kind of bunched up one of the smaller cupcake liners and then stuck some ribbon behind it. And then there's more of the poinsettia box there. And then here's my last page. And this one, it was fun, but I had to make sure it was the last page because of the bells, because they poke out a little bit. So I just took 3 of the tags. You can't see, but I stuck tissue paper behind them so that they would be one big tuck spot there. And added some bells and some of the ribbons there. And then here's my inside back cover. And again, you could, it's this little tuck spot over here with some tissue paper on the envelope. And there's a little room there. I don't know that I trust it. Some tissue paper there and some red ribbon and then more of the red box. So, again, I just want to thank dear Julie, and Kara Brandon. I hope I'm saying your names right, for this challenge. And I don't know if I can submit a second one, but I'm going to share it anyways. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks for stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe.